Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike from TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Rockwood Mini Lite 2306 travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. On your campsite, you got a big awning. Be plenty of room for that to come in and out. On your off campsite, I mainly want you to think about where your water and power connections are going to be. Your power is going to be just above your tire, and your water is going to be almost at the very rear of the unit. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. To arrive, first thing we're going to do is unhook your hitch and level your unit. It does come with a hand crank. Bring this up and down. Once you've got it level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit got these 3/4 inch stabilizing jacks. So put the hand crank on there and run them down. Now remember, our unit's already level. All we're trying to do at this point is stabilize it. We're going to run these down just until they're taut. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop in the summer. Run these down just until you've got some resistance from your hand crank. Down nice and taut. Run all four of them down. Got your unit level and stable. Now we can hook up your power and water. 30 amp cord plugs in here on the side. You can get an amperage reducer and plug in on the end of that. That'll bring you from 30 down to 15 in case you need to plug into a 110 somewhere. Once you get your power hooked up, let's hook up your water. At campsites, you're going to hook up to city water connection. Get you a water pressure regulator, hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Come over here to the side and make sure your drain plug's back in your hot water heater. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose has been on for a little bit, go inside, open up your water taps, get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Once you got water going through them, you'll know that your hot water heater is full and you can turn that on from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water at a campsite. We're going to go dry camping or boondocking. In that case, we're going to fill up our fresh water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply gravity fill this. Fill it up with a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Once that freshwater tank is full, remove your hose. Don't leave this unattended while filling it. Put your cap back on. And then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to that city water that's already pressurized. Alright, we're all set to camp. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Starting here above your fresh water is your flue for your furnace. Two things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. And two, if you are running your furnace so you're clear of it, it does get hot. Right down here will be your fresh water drain for your fresh water tank. Your power, your cable and satellite connections, a vent for your microwave, big storage over here, a clip for a griddle, your main low point drain right here, as well as your black and gray tank dumps. Again, city water connection. Here's where you put your antifreeze in. Again, hot water heater. Then an outdoor shower. Hot and cold water in that. Got a cover for your spare tire. Your big awning over here on your campsite. You're prepped for a TV here. Hook a TV on there, and there's your cable and 110 for that. Access to the back of your fridge. Here's your lip for that griddle holder, and quick connect LP right there. Couple of 110s. Couple of outdoor speakers and a scare porch light. The other side of your storage, your propane does have a cover. Comes on a regulator. Be lefty loosey to open. Green means you've got gas. Up front here, another docking light. And that about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Coming up inside your unit, first thing I like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. Coming up our right hand side, all the way up top, is our control panel. So up top here is where you can check your levels of your tanks. There's your brand new battery. There's your fresh water. There's your gray tank and your black tank and your gray tanks. Over here is where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. Your water heater. Down here is where your awning extension. We'll show you on your awning. You're only going to want to run these out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees. You can see that silver bar. That will continue to run itself out past that point and start to run itself up backwards. Even the new models do that, so keep an eye on it when you're running it out. Make sure you don't run it out farther than you need to. Also has some interior scare porch and interior lighting. Coming into the unit, your table will fold down. Simply press this yellow to the right. Fold your table down, put it on these wooden legs here. Put your cushions on top, that'll give you another sleeping quarters. So up here is your smoke alarm, TV, antenna. Crank to the right or left, depending on if you're going up or down. Turn your TV on. You'll have to run a digital channel scan wherever you're camping at, so you can pick up your local channels there. The last person was in Detroit somewhere, so shut that off. Sound system, turn that on. See what we got here. Turn all these speakers back on. Don't know if we'll pick up much inside this metal building, but let's see if we can scan for some channels. Turn the volume up. So again, 3 zones on these. Shut them off, leave them just outdoors to show you modes. Also auxiliary 1 and 2, 3, 4, AVs, Bluetooth compatible as well. Back to your speakers. That off up here, looks like it's a AM, FM, CD, DVD, MP3, MP4 player. Next to that, thermostat. Crank your air up. Hear that running? Take your air off. Turn this up to heat. Crank your heat up. Hear that come on. Now when I shut your heat off, you'll notice it's going to take a few minutes for your heat fan to cycle through before it actually shuts off. You'll hear that later. Your Dometic fridge. Turn that on to the left. Auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're on gas. Lift up on that button, now you're on gas. If that light comes on, check your gas. Down below your fridge, access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later. Actually, right now, when I talk about your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, boondocking somewhere, and you're going to be gone for the day, Use this battery disconnect to keep that from running your battery down while you're gone. Back into our bathroom. You have 110 with GFCI reset. A hand crank open exhaust in the bathroom. Lighting here. Plumbing to maintain. Just keep an eye on your plumbing behind this access panel. Mostly PEX wiring nowadays. Bunk lighting. A ladder for your top bunk. Storage below your bunks. And access to your water lines back there. Another bunk light. Cooktop has a light and a fan. The glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. See the furnace fan just shut off. It does take a couple minutes. So turn this to light to high. Turn that on, and all of your burners will come on. Now the oven does have a panel, or does have a pilot light to get inside and light. A couple chopping blocks for your cover here. Self-explanatory microwave. Here's your indoor speakers. We'll turn this into a bed real quick. So we're going to remove our cushions here and lay our sofa down. Take this jackknife down by lifting up on the front. Then we're going to unlock both panels here and pull this forward. And just that quickly, you're down to a bed. Lift it back up. This whole thing will fold down. Then we'll lock those in. Bring our sofa back up. Under your sofa, so you got the storage area there. So quickly that is back. That about covers everything in here. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. Make sure our vents are closed. Shut off any individual lighting you know that does not belong to our main control panel. Turn our cushions here. Come in here and shut off my interior lights. Then I can see any individual lights I need to walk through and shut off. So we're not tied to that one. Got all of our lights off. We'll come back over here to interior and say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Shut off our interior lights, batten down hatches, and exit our unit. Again, slam locks work best when lightly slammed. Lift and turn this handle. If we are out dry camping, boondocking, we're going to get up underneath here. Under our freshwater tank. And dump our freshwater tank out. When that is done, gonna hook up your hitch and head on home. At campsites, we're gonna unhook our cable, our water, and our power. Gonna bring up our stabilizing jacks and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's gonna be all the way at the rear of the unit on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Hook up your sewage hose and pull that black handle. When that black handle sounds like it's no longer draining, go inside, check your control panel, make sure it's empty. Come out here, close that black handle, and pull our gray handle over here. Now while that gray handle is pulling, I'm going to go ahead and dump these low point drains right here. When those are done, come into your hot water heater, lift up on this pressure release valve. It's going to dump the remainder of the hot water out of there. Then you can pull your drain plug. That's an 1/8" socket down there again. Once that gray tank's done, take that sewage hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this mini Lite for many years to come. Happy camping.